Okay, so in the last video, we were talking about bidding on jobs, looking for jobs, really. And more specifically, in this video, I want to get into bidding on jobs and how to do that. So it's a lot like when you're applying for a job. Okay, but the difference here is you get to be a little more competitive. You get to say, well, you're saying you'll pay up to $30 an hour. Hey, I'll work for $20 an hour, because you have to go against that other competition, not just on what they do and how well they do it, but you need to sometimes be competitive on price as well. So I'm going to go to the 6 active candidacies I have down here. So I've made proposals on 6 jobs, and I currently have 6 active candidacies as well. These are 2 separate categories, so there's really 12 jobs that we're talking about here, 12 separate jobs. So we are going to take a look at the 6 active ones, and I'm just going to show you how I've gone about bidding on these jobs. Okay, so you can see offers means that they've actually offered you the job. They've said, hey, I like what you've got there, or maybe you've done an interview with them and they've offered you the position and you need to take the position. Invitations to interview, you don't have to use any connects for that. If somebody sees the work that you're doing, they view profiles and they invite you to bid on their job, on their project, you can do that without it costing you any connects. So that's always a good thing. So here's some that I've recently applied for that I also have been talking with the clients about the job. So they're talking to me, but they're talking to other people as well. I'm one of the few that they've interviewed. And so we look at this virtual assistant for a real estate agent. All right, we can look at the actual job. So this was $13 to $25 an hour for 10 to 30 hours a week. Personal virtual assistant. They want someone to database building and management, home searches, light marketing, that kind of stuff. Okay. So my proposed terms was I gave them my virtual administrative assistant profile. I've built 3 profiles. One is my general profile. One is specifically for virtual administrative assistants. One is for project management. And if I had other specialties that I wanted work in, I could create specific profiles that would highlight that work. I did bid $25 an hour, and you see that I would get $20 an hour after that. You can see here I could change or withdraw, change my terms or withdraw my proposal here. So here's the basically cover letter that I wrote, telling them I love the real estate industry. I had my real estate license years ago, yada, yada. And so you're just going to do a nice cover letter. Usually I will tell them I'm excited to apply for their project. I've been an administrative professional for the last 15 years, and tell them a little bit about myself. And then usually I do the second paragraph will be specifically about their project. I just go over those things. I did it kind of backwards here. I'm not sure why I did that, but I did. So here's some messaging we went back and forth with. So Kelly and I were talking and learning some things about each other. So she and I have been talking. Let's take a look at another one. So this was a good one here. I interviewed for this one a while ago. I'm guessing they've either not hired anyone or they've maybe hired someone else, although usually the job goes away if that's the case. So this is with writing skills. I was really excited about this. Fluent English speaker, highly communicative, attention to detail. So there's a nice detailed project proposal there. They're looking for an expert with that level of experience, 30 plus hours a week, more than 6 months. So they're looking for somebody long term, which is what I'm looking for as well. Okay. So they've got some tags there of skills that they want. I bid 30 an hour on this one. I would receive 27 an hour if I got my 30 an hour. And I was invited to this project. So sometimes you're invited from the actual client who would be hiring you, and sometimes, like in this case, you get invited by a talent specialist from Upwork. So they kind of do that job for the client and look for people that might be good for their job. So I did get invited to this one. It didn't cost me any connects. Okay. So here's what I wrote for my cover letter, something nice and detailed. What I did is I took several of the things that they said. What will I love about working on this project? Ways to go. No, that's not it. Well, we're talking about writing here, and so forth. So I kind of outlined some of the same things that they had up here. Meeting management, writing. I just took each of those sections and I kind of, really got specific about it. And then sometimes they ask questions at the end. So what appeals most to you? I love all the moving parts of the daily challenge. What past projects have you had before? And then I tell them about that. I attached a resume on this one. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And again, we were chatting, and I did have an interview with them. Haven't heard from them, so probably didn't get it, but that's okay. So that leads us to messages. We'll just look here real quick. So messages, there is an app that you can get on your phone, and then you will get those pings on your phone so that you know someone has messaged you. You'll also get them in your email. And you can see I've been speaking with several different clients that I've been talking to. Over here are the different clients I've talked to in the past month or so, and it goes right down, and then the actual messages over here. Obviously, you would type your message down here, add an attachment here if you need to, and so forth. Okay, so that is how you bid on work, and I will do some more videos later and get a little bit more specific about how all that works on the back end as you accept projects and so forth. All right, take care.